Hello everyone and welcome to the today's session. So today we are discussing capacitive sensor element which is used for linear or lateral displacement sensing. So what is capacitor? It is a device which is used to store the electrical energy in any electric circuit. Whenever you want to store the electrical energy, that time the capacitors are used, and it will be discharged whenever the circuit requires. When the circuit requires the energy, then it will be discharged from that capacitor. So the basic construction of a capacitor is shown in figure. It consists of two plates like this. It consists of two plates, and a certain distance d is maintained between these two plates. Certain distance d is maintained between these two plates, and insulating material is used in between these two plates. The insulating material is used in between these two plates. Sometimes dry air is also used as a insulating material. So the capacitance of the parallel capacitor is given by this formula epsilon r into epsilon o multiplied by area of the plate divided by the distance between these two plates. Here the epsilon r or epsilon o is the permeability of the this insulating material used. Permeability means what? It is the ability of the any component to allow the flow of electric charge through it. Ability of the material to allow the flow of the electric charge through it. It is called as permeability. We have two permeability here: relative permeability and absolute permeability. So the capacitor sensor for monitoring the linear displacement might take the forms shown. It consists of three forms here. By these three forms, we can sense the linear displacement. So in the first form, you can see here, the top plate is fixed. The top plate will be fixed, and the bottom plates will move in the downward direction, lateral direction. It can be moved upward or downward. As you know, in this formula, the capacitance is inversely proportional to the distance between these two plates. If you vary the distance, if you increase this distance d between these two plates, what will happen? The capacitance decreases. If you decrease this distance, then the capacitance increases. So in the second form, you can see here, um, the plate will be, the top plate is also fixed here, and the bottom plate moves in the linear direction. So what will happen when you move this plate in the linear direction? The overlapping area of these two plates varies. You can see here, initially it is here. By varying this plate, it will move here, and this overlapping area varies. As you know that the capacitance is directly proportional to the area here. If you varies the area, the capacitance varies. So in the third form, the dielectric, which is known as insulating material used in between these two plates, are varies. It is moved in this direction. What will happen when the dielectric varies? It will be removed from this plate. If you remove the dielectric from this plate, then the capacitance decreases. If you include the dielectric, then the capacitance increases. So by these three forms, the capacitance sense the linear displacement. So this is about the linear displacement. For non-linear displacement, we are using push-pull type of capacitive element. You can see here push-pull type of capacitive element. It is used for non-linear displacement. So it consists of three plates. You can see here three plates. You can see it consists of three plates. The top plates and bottom plate, and the top plate and bottom plate is fixed, whereas the center plate will be movable. It can be movable. So upper two plates, upper top plate and the center plate becomes one set of capacitor, and the center and bottom plate will become second set of capacitor. So what will happen as the center plate varies in the downward direction, lateral direction? What will happen? The distance by a distance x, this plate moves, the center plate moves with a distance x. What will happen? The distance between these two plates in the capacitor 1 increases with a distance x. D, it is already having a distance d, and it is increased by a distance x. So what will happen in the capacitance set 1? Permeability multiplied by area divided by d plus x. This plus x is the movement of this plate in the capacitor set 1. So what will happen in the capacitor set 2? As this plate moves in the downward direction, already it is having a distance d. it will, if we plate moves this plate in the downward direction by a distance x, so the distance x is removed from the distance d. So as here in the capacitance 2, the capacitance increases, whereas in the capacitor 1, the capacitor decreases because of the variation of the increase of this distance between these two plates. So these two variation will be monitored. Initially, we know the capacitance of these two plates in the zero position. So as we varies these plates, that a certain friction of capacitance varies. That will be monitored and will be converted into required output. So by this sense, this capacitive element sense the linear displacement. So next is LVDT, linear variable differential transformer. So it is also used for sensing the linear displacement. So in the basic construction, it consists of a two set of secondary coil here and one set of primary coil. It is wounded on a ferrous hollow rod. It is wounded on a hollow ferrous rod in such a way that it is in a symmetrical way. You can see here it is wounded in a symmetrical manner. So what will happen whenever you give supply to the primary coil? Whenever you give supply AC supply to the primary coil, a certain voltage will be generated in secondary coil 1 and secondary coil 2. Since these two coils are wounded in a symmetrical manner, what will happen? The net voltage generated will be 0. So here some voltage will be generated. Assume that here 10 voltage plus 10 voltage will be generated. Since the secondary voltage in a opposite direction, it will generate minus 10 degree voltage. So the net voltage will be plus 10 minus 10. The net voltage will be 0. Since these two secondary coil is equal and opposite in nature, they are generating equal output, but they are opposite in nature, then the net voltage will become 0. So this position is called as null position. Whenever that output will be 0 here, you can see in the graph, it is the center. When the core in the central position, this position is known as null position or 0 position. So as a result of displacement variation, this rod moves. So whenever as a replacement of the displacement, this rod moves in upward direction. It is assumed that because of the displacement, if this rod moves in a upward direction, then what will happen? This rod will be more in contact with the secondary coil 1 and primary coil 1. So here the core will be in more in 1 than 2. What will happen then? Then the voltage generated in the secondary coil will be neglected because it is not in contact with the this rod. So there is no voltage generation in the secondary coil. The voltage will be generated in only primary coil and secondary coil 1. So in the graph, the certain voltage will be generated here. That will be positive voltage. Positive voltage will be generated in the secondary coil because it is there is no two equal and opposite voltage will be considered here because the secondary voltage 2 will be neglected because it comes out of the rod. So the voltage is generated in secondary coil 1 only. So the output will be like this. Similarly, if you move this rod in the downward direction as a result of displacement, so what will happen? The voltage will be generated in primary coil and secondary coil 2 only. So that time there is no generation of output in the secondary coil 1. So the output will be like this. It will be negative voltage here. You can see here negative voltage will be generated in the secondary coil 2. So in this way it will sense the displacement. So this voltage will be, this output voltage will be converted into required output. It will be monitored, filtered and converted into required displacement. Okay. This is about the linear variable differential transformer. Next we'll move into the eddy current proximity sensor. What is eddy current here? So eddy current works like it works on the principle like whenever you supply a AC current to a coil wounded on any coil. If you supply a AC current to a coil, it will generate one magnetic field. When you supply a current to a coil, it will generate one magnetic field. So if you place some conducting object to near to that coil, what will happen? there is another magnetic field will be created here in the conducting material. So if you place one conductive material near to that coil, so already if you supplied one AC current to the conducting coil, then you are placing one conductive object near to that coil. What will happen? Another magnetic field will be created here. Another magnetic will be created in the conducting object. This magnetic field try to overcome the magnetic field created in the uh, conducting coil. What will happen if you place this plate near to that coil which is supplied to AC voltage already which is having magnetic field. If you place this object near to that, what will happen here? Another magnetic field will be generated. Another magnetic field will be generated, and this magnetic field try to overcome or try to remove the magnetic field created by the coil because of the AC supply. So this effect is known as, this current is known as eddy current. So same principle used here. So here you can see here, this is the object. It is the object which is used as a conducting object, which is used as a sensing element. So what will happen here? One is reference coil that is supplied a AC, which is given a AC supply. And when you give the AC supply to this reference coil, what will happen? Certain magnetic field is created in this coil. So if you place this conducting object, you should use only conducting object only, conductive object only. So if you place, keep this object near to this reference coil. So it is like if you push your hand by something. So what will happen? This conducting object will come near to this reference coil. So what will happen? The eddy current will be generated here because since you are keeping this conducting object near to this reference coil, another magnetic field will be created here. Another magnetic field will be created here. This magnetic field tries to remove the magnetic field created in this reference coil. So this effect is known as eddy current. This current is known as eddy current. And because of this eddy current superimposition, the impedance of this coil increases. Impedance of this coil increases. What is impedance here? Means impedance means uh, it is a process of resisting the flow of electric current through the object. It is a process of resisting, not allowing. It is the process of resisting the flow of electric current through the object. So since you are because of this eddy current, the impedance of this coil increases, and as a result of this, it will restrict the flow of electric current through it. Since we are supplying some current to this, it will restrict the flow of electric current through this coil. So that restriction will be monitored and will be converted into output. So if you keep as a part of the linear displacement variation, if you push this object near to that, more eddy current will be generated and more impedance will be created, and more opposition for the flow of current will be produced here, and that will be monitored and converted into required output. So up to this, we are end up this session. In the next session, we are discussing the optical position encoder. Thank you all.